Enlightenment Day is dedicated to upholding the ancient spiritual traditions all over the world in the right light, preserving their integrity while introducing the lost ancient wisdom. Today's theme is Dharma, some of the ideas we can think about during the era of Adharma. Our first speaker is Yogi Surajnath Guru Budhnath Ji,
So,
the revered Nath Siddha Yogi from the ancient Gorakhnath lineage, a timeless path of realization founded by the great Guru Gorakhnath. Rooted in the wisdom of the Siddha and Nath traditions, known as the Yogi Panth or path of realization, he embodies the living essence of this sacred heritage. Yogi Surajnath Ji dedicates his life to inner discipline, yogic practice, and the transmission of direct spiritual experience, guiding seekers towards self-awareness, inner stillness, and radiant union with the divine light. Yogi Surajnath, the floor is yours.
thank you very much for giving me time to speak on this matter of religion. My point is Dharma or Dhamma, religion. And let us know about this word a bit before going into the subject to the point. Dharma or Dhamma or yoga or religion or deen. In itself, these words are all the synonymous, the same thing. And when any label gets attached with these words, such as this Dharma as Vedic or Hindu, or religion as Christian, or Deen as Islam, and so on, then religion or Deen or Dhamma goes away, and some tradition in the name of religion gets in. So, avoiding any traditions, though we may quote traditional scriptures, but at the same time, not depending on and avoiding any authority and dependency on texts, book authority, texts or persons, we enter into the subject. To know about a religion or Dhamma is to know about the mind, because each and every mind or consciousness, we have to know each and everything by the mind or by the consciousness itself. And the consciousness or the mind as a whole is a machinery, combined machinery of sense organs, 6 sense organs: touching, seeing, listening, thinking, smelling, etc. So, all these combined work and functioning of these machinery, sense organs, is the functioning of the mind or consciousness. And unless we learn about this functioning, these sense organs, this mind, this consciousness as a whole, to the point directly, we cannot know about a religion or deen or dhamma or dharma. We cannot know. We can know some specialty, some subject, but religion or dhamma and our consciousness cannot be separated. They are inseparable. And since this consciousness is movement, apparently everything is changing. This book of the mind, the language of feelings, all the sense organs attached here, and the expressing these sensations expressing themselves in this face. So face is naturally a key to hold this language of feelings, universal language, and know about the consciousness in its movement. Let me quote here a sabadi, a saying from Gorakhnath: Chanta achanta hi upjay, chanta sabajugakshin, jogi chanta bisray, tau hoi achanta hi leen. Translation by Bhagwan Nath and myself, Yogi Surajnath. Thought arises from non-thought. Thought is the sorrow of ages. The yogi gives up thought and is absorbed in non-thought. So thought and non-thought, these are the two key terms here. Thought or thinking is a sense of the sense organs, which has capacity to think on the basis of the past. If there is no past data, memory, record, then this thinking organ cannot think. So it works on the basis of past, memory, data, record, without which our daily life is impossible. So this is the main functioning of thinking that we need on daily life. But since, as we see it, apparently it works on the basis of the past, known, memory, record, movement from and in time. And this functioning, this sense organ, cannot go beyond itself, beyond time, beyond thinking. It has no potential to come unto and live in the present moment, moment to moment. No potential at all by nature. So this is one thing of our consciousness as a whole, which in most of human beings has become dominant. And since it is time past, the moment of time, our consciousness is kept in time by this. So what time is? That time is past, future, not present, not life. This thinking capacity cannot come into touch with, face to face with life as it is. This is basic. And then the other sense organs, these eyes and ears and this touch and this smell and etc. All these five sense organs, they don't think, they just pursue, they just pursue sensory perceptions from within and around. And that sensory perceptions, as Buddha explains this mind mechanism very intricately, clearly, then passed on to inner mechanisms, inner functionings of the mind. That is first contact through sense organs, any of the sense organs, then it's cognition, recognition of that sense, what sensory perception, whether this is tree, this is recognition and evaluation. So this evaluation is and recognition is on the basis of the past known data, automatic. Then accordingly sensation feeling. If we two people are together, so looking into something, same thing coming up to us. Some person has come to us and we two are together, and then he is my friend, he or she is my friend, and this other person is not so friend or enemy, like that. Then for the same person at the same time with the same contact perception that and recognizing and evaluating, for the same person in the two different persons at the same time, there can be different feeling sensations, that is arising of sensation, feeling out of our contact, evaluation, and recognition. This is mechanical. So, to the point, all these sense organs, they just sense, they just catch something, sensory perceptions. They don't think. So, all these sense organs, except thinking, is non-thought. And that is the most part of our body, most part. This thought thinking, a little part, one sense organ out of the six. And the rest of the five sense organs are all the body, all the mind, all the consciousness. So this is possible for each and every person to see directly, even if he has this knowledge of scriptures or this psychologist or psychiatrist, etc. But each and every average person can know this basic easily and naturally, directly. So when Gorakh says that Chanta achanta hi upaje, the thought arises from non-thought. This thinking is a part of this all body mind machinery. All body mind machinery is a combined functioning of sense organs. So thinking is a part of this all these organs. And most of the sense organs are non-thought. They are what the body and mind, all of the consciousness, most of the consciousness is. So this thinking is a part of non-thought mechanism. Thinking comes out of this non-thought body-mind mechanism. But thinking takes over, dominates. It has capacity to imagine, to design for daily functioning on the basis of the past known. But it cannot come into and live in the present moment. No, it has no potential. So when this thinking understands its place in daily life, that daily life is impossible without it, but it has no potential to come unto and live in the present moment, then thought has found, or thinking sense organ has found its place, right place. So it becomes our friend, not a matter of this perpetuation of sorrow or something as enemy, sin, sorrow, keeping on. No, not like that. But when it has found its place, that it is moment in time, and by itself, any maneuvering of it, maybe designing God, Allah, Ishwaratma, Paramatma, Paramnantit, and whatever it desires, whatever things it may design in the name of religion, they are all but this first day and last day, and this Atma, this Adinath and Hiranyagarbha and Adam and Eve and Adam and Hawa and etc. All those things, various gods and goddesses and God, the God, even any idea about that, They are just projections of this thinking mind which works on the basis of the past. So our gods and goddesses, our God, the God, our last day, our first day, they are all dead things, dead stuffs. So when thought understands its place and limit, that it cannot come unto, it can design, but it cannot come unto and live in the present moment, then it has found its place. And that is what the alak sense is. Siddhas and Buddhas, the Siddhas say about alak, lakha. Lakha means lakhana. Lakha is from lakhana to see. So lakha, lakita lakha hua, having seen. And lak means no, not without, like that. Negation. So negation of the seen, negation of the known, by knowing its place in daily life and its limit otherwise, that is the alak sense. So with the alak sense, keeping this thinking organ in its place, backing it, this chattering goes on. In the present moment, we can be coming to present moment again and again, with free from ideas and beliefs, traditions, and that all that things. So in a way, rubbish in the name of religion, even when they are right, the philosophy is grounded right, but in itself these are just words, they are not the fact. So to come to the fact of life as it is, we need to give up thought thinking and be knowing about, look, very important thing. We feel life through sense organs in the body, on the body. There is no other way. We feel life from within and around through the sense organs in the body, on the body. And if we are when we are aware of the body, we are aware of life and its movement as it is. If not so, otherwise, we are in time, in past, future, we are in thought, thinking. This is so simple, basic, fundamental. And you understand this, and you are free from thought and time by using it as it becomes friendly. Gorakh says in another sabadi, this right insight is wisdom. That is Guru. And this consciousness as a whole is disciple, in which this thinking brain, thinking mind, mana, is fellow, coordinate friend. And therefore Gorakh roams alone. Alone means all in one. All in one with this feeling life, sensing life, observing life, and that way observation is itself learning. So this thought thinking, it has its place and limit. And this otherwise, this non-thought, all these organs, they just feel, they sense, they don't think. So when thought is backed, understood its place, so it can back itself. And when thought has backed itself, there is nothing to be other than to be aware of what is being felt, sensations, feelings, expressions. And you see, this language of feelings is universal language. This is the book of life, the book of mind, consciousness. And by nature, it expresses whatever we feel through the sense organs, that creates some sensational wave, and that sensational wave sums up into the face as feelings, expressions. And in the face, by nature, this face is very more sensitive to express feelings by nature. And this language of feelings is so that the language of words and pictures can be different in different persons, different terrains, different states, and different animals. These birds and these cats and humans have different languages. But the language of feelings, the language of expressions is the same throughout all beings. Humans and creatures and animals and birds and plants and whatever visible, invisible beings. Language of feelings is universal. And further, we can commit mistakes to know about feelings, sensing feelings into other persons. But there is no possibility of committing mistake for a sensible person, average persons, any average persons, to feel life, to feel this language of feelings, to feel feelings within oneself. There is no possibility of mistake. It is not necessary to label what feelings are, just being aware of. And when we are free from thought and thinking, and is aware of this language of feelings, this you see, and by nature, this breathing is there. So when you are aware of breathing, you are aware of expressions and sensations and tensions from within and around as well. things from around as well. Things in the body and sounds and etc. from around as well. You are naturally aware. Further deep, this sensation in this point in the center of the upper lip. This is an ever vibrating. This is an ever vibrating point by nature. Get it? Otherwise, you can be aware of breathing and easily and naturally of breathing rest. Otherwise, the sensation, this is a burning fire. When you are aware of the sensation, this with the awareness of breathing, there can be the strengthening of samadhi, the steadiness of mind. But with the awareness of the sensation in the center of the upper lip, it is penetrating into the consciousness, and things of consciousness are start boiling, coming up fastly. And with this awareness of this moment to moment awareness of this, again and again coming to it, despite chattering, focusing here, you are aware of life and its movement from within the body, in the mind, as it is easily and naturally. And that way, not the action when that thought is in action, desire is included in thought, then the becoming, bhava, becoming, sorrow, ignorance. And when this attention is in operation, this is fundamentally different capacity. Presence of the mind, rest of the sense organs know only presence. When thought has taken its place and back, then presence of the mind, that is attention, observation, without any ideas and beliefs, touch of it. So it is fresh, it is bala, it is innocence, not ignorance, it is presence. And in that, there is the awakening of mystery, bodhi, intelligence, panya. And in the fire of, in the light of that bodhi, in the fire of bodhi, intelligence, the fire of presence, attention, again and again coming to it, without beliefs and ideas, there is another action of presence, of innocence, of freshness, beyond time, the action of timelessness. And timelessness is the ending of time. Timelessness is capable to end time, sorrow, and ignorance. Time cannot end time. Time can design time and can keep us becoming in with ideas and beliefs and traditions and all that rubbish we see throughout the world.
Thank you, Yogi Surajnath, for your passionate speech.